Good morning, everyone. Want to know what's the most expensive employee in your company is or who? It is you. If you're running a company that you are in your well into your high six figures, whether you're in the 500, 600, 700s, or whether you're actually in the 1 million or 2 millions, the most expensive chair and the most expensive operator, it is you. And you are the bottleneck. Every day that you spend behind the chair or in the room or in practice, you costing your company at least $50,000. Every hour you spend behind it, every hour you are in the operating. But there is the really crazy part. Most owners, most founders think that behind that, being the best service providers, being with their staff members, being the employees, and providing the best service to your staff is what's literally going to bring you the most income to your company. Well, that is 100% wrong and wrong and wrong and wrong again. Um, I had a conversation yesterday with one of our members who is every day literally behind the chair, pumping in, pumping out. But that person or that member has about 30 employees. And all these 30 employees, their productivity summarized not more than 50%, or sometimes, yes, it climbs up to 60%, but that's the productivity. Although the most opportunity there is to grow your company is when you step out from being the operator of your company, because literally you have the opportunity to earn 50K every day or every month, depends on the size of your company, by living at the chair. And so here's a very simple an example. If you had the time to analyze the numbers of your company to really understand what is your maximum opportunity in your production of every hour, you will realize that the best opportunity is to grow your productivity. If your whole staff runs on 60% productivity together in selling all these hours that you are providing, and it's only 60% productivity, and you're not hitting another 100K, well, that's your opportunity to hit another 100K. And so if you sold all your hours and you're still behind the chair, then something is wrong with your company and it's not growing. And the reason why it's not growing, because you're still operating, and that is wrong. Your job or your opportunity in 2025 is to grow massively. And when I say massively, I mean massively. And I know that so many people out there, I don't know who you listen to when you scroll and you scroll and you're listening to all the marketers and influencers, and they telling you that this is going to be a tough year, that the economy is not great. Let me tell you, this is the biggest year that it's coming. Last year alone, beauty services in every practice, on every business, has grown by 7.1%. That means that we increased to more billions of dollars. That means, and the year before that, we increased by 4%. Check out the data. So this year, let me tell you, the opportunity to be ahead of the game and to have exponential growth is here, and you don't want to miss it. And so one of the biggest mistakes that I see constantly is that you're spending your time on the wrong thing in your business. For example, one of the things that I teach immediately is how to read your numbers correctly. But if your numbers are hard to read and your data is not in front of you, if you don't know what your cost per hour, if you don't know what's your profit that needs to come per hour, and I'm talking about the profit, that means compensation that needs to happen, bonuses that needs to happen, vacation times off, to just really hone down on great staff members. If you don't know how to project for that, how to include it in your cost per hour and make sure that's what you're getting, you're missing the boat. You're literally missing the boat. So again, if you're here and you're really want to grow your company by 40% this year, that means you yourself need to grow by 60%, and you need to move away from being the bottleneck of your company. Wearing hats and working harder and think that you can provide the best service to your clients is wrong thinking. So at Salon Cadence, what we do is something totally different. We literally hand you back your life by building a team run company with you that prints money without you touching a single client. That's what we do. Imagine walking into your salon and imagine everything runs smoother when you're not there. Sounds Does that sound impossible? Well, we've done it hundreds of times. Here's the deal. In 90 days, we implement proven system that gets you out from being in the production, get you 10% more to your bottom line so you can afford not being at the chair. Every day that you are a producer, every day that you working as an operator, whether it is in the room, operation, in your practices, whatever company you have, if you're running your company in the 700, 800, 900, 2 million, and you are still working and proving social media content, proving campaigns, if you do that, I guarantee you, your growth is so slow. So if you want to grow this year alone by 40%, you yourself need to grow by 60%. Where it starts is reading your numbers correctly. If your books are not being collected, if the data in your books is not being collected correctly, then I will tell you right now, you do not know where to go and what's your opportunity to grow. And the opportunities to grow is massively. And I'm telling you, if you run a company in the multi 7 figures, or you're running in the high 6 figures, like 700, 800, 900, and you want to learn how to become the founder of your company, how to really build a company that doesn't rely on you, that have a team run company, your most important position to hire is not another producer, is not another staff member, not another technician. Your number one most important position is to hire either a director of education, executive assistant, and operation manager. Those are the three things. And if you worry about how can I afford it, well, I will tell you right now, if you're running a company at 1.2 million to 3 million, you can afford it, but you just don't know where the money is. And if you cannot have a very good read on your books and a good read from the software, then you cannot allocate your funds to the right place where you need to invest the most. And so you can buy your time back. And so that's what we do at Salon Cadence. And by the way, that is what we specialize. We specialize is removing the bottleneck from your company. Identify where is the gap financially, how to build the foundation of your financials so you can find the 10% and 20% when you can increase on your top line and bottom line, so we can remove you as a bottleneck from your company. And we do it very well. We've done it hundreds of salons. So that's where we're going to be doing. So if you want to be the CEO of your company, while other salons owners are stuck working 60 hours, 60, 70 hours a week, and don't tell me they don't, because I know they do, because I've been there. I've done that. Our clients are scaling to multi 7 figures while taking real vacation, not just to check your phone when you're away and to see what other people doing every 5 minutes. The phone is off because my team has it handled so well. That's what you want. You want a salon that people that want to work for you because you make transformational differences in their life. Imagine to yourself that everywhere else people are talking about this is the best place to work. Why? Because you're making a difference in your staff life. You're making an impact in your community. And how can you do it? You have to do it to create that wealth. You have to have wealth in the company, capital in the company that allows you to be able to really produce some really great financial stability, consistency within your team. Because your team are your investors. They are literally your investors. So for anybody who is joining here today with me to speak about how to get your life back, it starts with you because you are the bottleneck. Now, the best part is that we are not teaching theory. We're not actually, in the time that we work with you, we're not just telling you what you need to do. We're not just teaching you and speaking at you. We're literally working with you. We're implementing the exact system that have transformed hundreds of salon owners, business owners, spas, med spas, wellness centers from burnout operation into fulfilled CEO with a thriving, mission driven companies that have an extraordinary team lead that helps you execute on your vision. Now, it takes 4 phases to get there, 4 phases together. So instead of draining your life and thinking that what you're doing is going to get you to where you need to be, well, you know the famous sentence, what got you there is not going to get you there. So I want you to come in, if you're interested, to learn what does it take to go from point A to point B, where you are the actual CEO, how you can break that bottleneck of what am I going to do different this year that is going to allow me to really become the CEO of the company. I will tell you that it's not that complicated. It's actually pretty simple. I didn't say it's easy, but it is simple. Number one is you have to make sure that you have an excellent read on your numbers. I can't tell you how many times with all of our owners that coming in and we do an assessment on their books. And when we look at their books, they're a mess. They're a total mess. And no wonder why you don't want to even read your books, because you don't even understand the foundation of those numbers. Well, those numbers are really easy, and we're going to get into them in the next couple of times. Those numbers are really easy to read. And here's the harder deal. If your reads and if you don't know what you're getting in return from every investment that you're doing, whether it is return on your investment when it comes down to your marketing, if you're spending, let's say, $500 a month, $1,000 a month on social media, if you're spending $1,000 on your SEO's producer, maybe you're working with a company that does campaigns from you. Whatever you're spending on marketing, you need to see 5 times back. Same thing when it comes to payroll. If you have a technician that their salary or their pay is $1,000, you need to see 4 times return on that payroll. Whatever position in your company, you need to see a minimum of 4 to 5 times in return. And so if you cannot read this and you don't know what your cost per hour, then you cannot make good decisions. So on the 27th, January 10, we're going to show you exactly what it gets done and how it gets done. I'm going to be spending 90 minutes live with you and showing you exactly what you need to know. And how do you know whether your books are right or wrong? How do you know what is your cost per hour, what you need to do in order to get from where you are in your phase to phase 4, which is becoming the CEO of the company. And when I mean the CEO of the company, is a place where the company and your team is running better than when you're not there. Now, I'm not talking about being an absent owner, because no. You have to be present, because now you have to become the board of advisor of your company. That is the position to get there. And it takes 4 phases together. And let's talk about that in January 27 at 10 o'clock in the morning, 90 minutes, you and I, conversation, cup of coffee, bring a coffee, bring tea, bring your best questions, because I'm going to answer some of your questions and we're going to have a conversation. So I'm going to teach you elements and exactly what you need to know about your numbers. I'm going to teach you exactly what is it that you need to do to really know what's not working in your company and how do you fix it to become the board of advisor of your company. If you want to know all of that and really see that it is simple, that it is not that difficult, then come and join me on the 27th. Bring your best questions, because I just want to give you the information, and you're going to find out exactly how we work, how Salon Canaans work. What do we really do? And I just want you to know, we just don't teach, we just don't coach. We are literally have the most amazing experts that you're going to be working with. And it's not going to be, I teach you, I tell you, and then you go to do the work on your own. So you're going to learn, you're going to interview us, you're going to see what we do, you're going to learn all about that and how we can transform this year. And again, if you listen to anybody out there that keeps telling you this is going to be a tough year, bad economy, whatever, don't listen, because this business is growing like nothing else. It has been growing for the past 5 years, even during COVID. Beauty industry is in $442 billion. Every year, it's growing by 5 to 10%. So this is the year. 2025 is a year, and 2026 is the year, and 2027 is the year. So let's set your books right. Let's set your accounting right. Let's set the projections right. Let's make sure that your company funds your growth, that you grow by 60%. You, as a founder, grow by 60% so your company this year can commit to grow 40%. And listen, you just come, you talk to me, you ask me questions. And if you, everything that you learn, you can implement right away. And if you implement it right away and you don't join us, it's okay, because I consider it as a win-win, because our mission and my mission is to provide education and the technique and the steps for anyone who wants to grow their company to the multi-seven figures and have their position as a CEO of their company. You know why? I tell you why. Why do you want to grow to 7 figures and even 8 figures? Because when you do get there, you have the opportunity to have such an impact on so many lives. Did you know that 58% of our of the people in the United States work for small businesses? Yes, that's how much you have an impact on people's life. Your staff alone can have such a wonderful life, great vacations, great time off, time to spend with your family when you are not the operator of your company. That is why. And so you need to learn why it's important to be in the 7 figures. There's a reason for it. So I'm going to teach you all of that. I'm going to share with you all of that. You're going to meet some people of my team, and let's have a good coffee together so you can have an extraordinary 25. Yes, to earn more, to do more, to have a great mission, to have a great team, only to set a consistent growth, 26, 27, and 28. The years go by really quick. So there's a lot to do. And I'm going to share with you all of that on the 27th of January, 10 o'clock. See you there.